And a good morning to everyone. How are we today? Actually, that music's a little loud in my ears. I just need to turn it down a little tad more. Hopefully you guys can still hear it. I'm just getting used to getting everything configured over here. I'm Draken. This is the Draken Gameworks. And yeah, this is the beginning of the Unorthoblocks stream day. So this is our breakfast show, so to speak. And yeah, so we're here for a bit of a chill out, a bit of building, everything else as we kickstart the day. We got a few people coming up today on the stream day. So after myself, we'll have Kruvog, then we'll have Spider Hearts, then Teach, Bearded Teacher, then we have Sunbear, then we have Plasma Hero, and then Rogue Torso will be seeing us out at the end of the day. Each of us are taking about 2 hours each to stream through the day today. So hopefully that should go work out well. And this is the first time that we have streamed on what do we call it? Well, where are we? First time we streamed on YouTube. It's like I've streamed on other platforms before. Hey Gertie, how are you doing? Hope you're keeping well this morning. Yes, the first time I streamed on YouTube, we hit 1,000 subscribers the other day, and I thought, right, let's give YouTube a try. And I know it's pretty early. That's mainly because all the good slots were taken before we get there. There's nothing can be done about that. Early bird gets the early worm, so to speak. And yeah, some of the people are nabbed the time slots that were probably a little better for me, but. Hey, we're here. We're at 11 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, and yeah, we'll, I think in some parts of the States, for example, people won't even be awake yet, but we will crack on. We'll get things started, and we'll begin off as we can from here. Right, okay, and do bear with us because, like, some of this, like, my chat seems to be coming up over in the weird place there. Let's have a look. What's going on here? Okay, so the chat box does work. It just ended up in the wrong location. Let's move it to the right location there. So it should be on this screen over there. And I've noticed my camera has gone wrong again. So my camera sometimes plays up for the Drac camera. And it's mainly because I'm trying to run 2 versions of Minecraft at the same time. And sometimes it decides it's not going to capture the right window. Let's have a look. Let's see if we get it to capture the right one. There we are. Now we can see our camera account there as well. So normally I run around and I have the main account and the camera account running, but sometimes it gets a little out of sync and it decides to pick up the same windows because OBS has a bit of a trouble when you've got 2 recording from 2 of the same program at the same time. But yeah, let's crack on. Today we're going to go do some asteroid mining, so to speak. Good time for the other side of the world to watch. Yes, though it is, I suppose. Yeah, what's it got to be about 11 o'clock over there? 10 o'clock in the evening? On the... do they call it Down Under? But yeah, I suppose, yeah, it's a good time for that side of the world. I mean, we are a global server. We are a 24-hour server. So we have people from all over the world, including here in the UK, in Europe, South Africa. We got people representing Australia, New Zealand, as well as, obviously, that the masses from the States as well who exist over there. Right, okay, let's get into actually playing properly. Here we go. Right. So I got a bunch of glass and I got a bunch of concrete that I mined up the other day. I'm going to use that to mine out an asteroid. And this is going to go very, very tricky. I have my space helmet on. Yeah, my space helmet. That's going to protect me from the Enderman in the end. And we're going to go and find our little asteroid base. It's 7 p.m. Oh, that's pretty early. That's, okay, I didn't realize it was quite that early over there. 7 p.m. at the moment. Right, and I'm going to need... let's take 2 buckets of water just to be on the safe side, and maybe a little bit of dirt just to stand on when I get over there. I'm gonna have to do something very specific when I'm there, and I need some. Better make sure I'm topped up on rockets and maybe food as well. How much food have I got? Oh, I got enough food. That'll do. Right. Okay, and get water. We have a nice little well down here that we can top up from. Designed to be a renewable water source, except for when Plasma decides to walk over it. Right. Okay. For those who haven't seen Unorthoblocks before, this is the spawn area. There's some amazing work that's been going on here. It's my cathedral. I have the Sandreig sat there. We have the Unortho balloon. I'm guessing that's meant to be geese up there flying in a V formation. Because this season we seem to have been invaded by geese. Hence the large goose over here, and there's a few things. There's a whole goose shop over here. There's a goose overlooking spawn. We got Amelia's post office here with her time space tower. Then we've got Beta Teach's Hollywood Mansion, or Hollywood Overlook there. Then Kruvok's Church down here, for Temple to the Moon or something, I think. Something like that. And then, obviously, yeah, we got all the various other little bits down here. We got dinosaurs, we got alley houses, we got a snake over here, we got Sunny's base. And you say, we're fine with not doing spoilers in this area because the agreement is that this area is spoiler free. We don't have to worry about not spoiling it. So some of the stuff may not have been seen before, but because it's in the public spawn area, it's fine. We don't have to worry about going, oh, we can't show you that bit. Fine. Right, okay, let's get on over to spawn. Spawn, that's the end, shall we say. With my little portal in the closet. And we have a new hotel here in the Nether. It seems to have cropped up in the last few days. I have no idea what this could be about. The Nether Hotel. No idea at all. I don't know who built that one. Anyway, right. Let's head on over. I need to get to the end. Boom, boom, boom. Now we have a little portal here. It'd be nice once these tunnels are built properly. And do excuse me. This is a breakfast show. I am therefore having my breakfast, which I shouldn't show the place actually because it's branding. I'm not officially sponsored, so. And here we are in the end where things have changed somewhat from the normal end. Mainly by the presence of a huge asteroid, which, I mean, the process of building this thing, it took me ages to take the tops off all of these. It took a bit of work, but now these are much more easily accessible, all of our end gateways. And, yeah, I'm in the middle of building a large ring, but it's going to take me quite a while to build, and quite difficult work. Getting the shape right is a little bit difficult, getting it all lined up and everything else. And I've got a funny feeling I've already gone wrong somewhere on this, but we'll see where we go. I'll try and get it there. And then you can see over there we got our ender. This will all be connected up. And this is why we're mining through the asteroid today, actually. Sorry, do excuse me. I'm also suffering with a bit of a cold at the moment. So if I need to suddenly pause and deal with that for a second, it's a bit of a chesty cough with it. Thankfully, it's not the dreaded C word, but yeah, it's been hitting me for 6. I think it's also slightly to do with hay fever as we're hitting our spring period. In fact, it's a really lovely sunny day outside here in Wales, which is well, very, very rare. I think we're having our week of summer here at the moment. You know, we don't normally have a long summer, and I think we've probably just starting to hit it. Right, okay, so to go through this asteroid, I'm going to need to go down to... I know where we got to go to. we got to go to a Y level of 30. Which is where we're going to be mining through. So this is going to be... Where are we up to? 37. That's why I got my bucket of water. Oh, that's 30. So that makes this block here... 30? Yeah, it does, actually. So that's perfect. We don't even need water to get over the side here. And then what I want to do is take out that one, that one, that one. Where are we? So that's 0. And I want 2 either side to begin with. 2 and that. But after building all this, I'm now taking it all out. What I want to do is just... Right, okay, that's actually going to be a problem thinking about it. I better put... Because if I don't slab these back up, we'll end up with Endermen spawning every 2 seconds. I don't realise what I did. I didn't get any black concrete out first to begin with. Let's head up here and do that. So this area is, when I built it deliberately to be spawn-proof. The only bits that they can spawn at the moment are literally on top of the towers. You can see on the towers. That's because this area is spawn-proof. They're all slabs. Which keeps our around our end portal nice and neat. Glass as well, because that's all a good spawn-proofing tactic. We are going to build down this way. Let's get back here. 1, 2, and over to the center there. Watch my coordinates on the center of the screen there. Oh, that was nearly off the edge. Right, 0 is here. Oh, actually, we've still got to cut through there. Right. So. Take a bit of this out. Good, good. And then we're just going to go dump, dump, dump. All I want is I want a nice little crosshair tunnel going through here. I got some idea of what I want to do for the design, and I've also realized I got this wrong straight off the bat because actually the black concrete should be a level lower. Oh well. We live and learn. That into there, and voila. Take out this layer. It's this lovely idea that I use sometimes now. I really love the way it looks when you turn around and put the black concrete down and the glass over the top, and it just looks like a shiny floor. This place. I've got a lot of plans for this place. We've barely begun. Mining out the center of an asteroid. There isn't actually anything here. It's a hollow asteroid. Hashtag hollow Earth conspiracy theorists. Confirmed hollow asteroid theorists. But actually, we'll disguise this all in. Going through here. Yeah, there was no way I was just going to fill up the entire inside and make it solid when I built this thing. But it is just a shell. Right, over here. Dun. And actually, this will go through this wall. So we can actually take out these. So I put the slab on it, but actually it wasn't needed. Because we can take these out and just gotta be careful not to fall off. Bum, bum, bum. There we are. Oh, we've already gone through 64 of these, seems. Right, okay, and then I'm gonna put glass on top. Which the effect... Actually, should it be black glass? Is that what I was using? Was I using black glass? Am I using the wrong type of glass? Does this mean I gotta go out killing tons of squid? I don't have a wither farm. But let's put it on for now, just to spawn-proof it. And I'm gonna go have a quick look at something. I think it should be black glass, actually. Oh, a quick look over here. I'm pretty sure it was. To get the effect I was looking for. See, this is the effect I'm looking for. The same as what we got in some of the other places. And I think... Yes, it's black stained glass. So I already turned around and got this wrong straight off the bat. Let's go and get some black ink. Get this all dyed up. I think I got some left back in the balloon. Around here. A little bit. Yeah, I got some. A little bit. Not a lot. I could do a lot more than this. We'll probably have to go squid hunting in a minute. I'll say that's enough to keep that going, so let's take a workstation with us anyway, just to be on the safe side. I probably don't need all those buckets of water now either, actually, thinking about it. Nope. Fly on back through here. Yeah, we need to really do some serious repairs down on this tunnel. The gas have been at it a little bit. That's what we get for being in a soul sand valley. Let's take up the normal glass. Knew something would go wrong. I'm going to need to go and get some more ink, I think, though, if we're going to do all of this. So there might be a few points where we'll have to stop and go squid hunting. But that's alright. I don't think we've got anyone selling black ink at the moment on the server. Otherwise, they'd probably be making a fortune out of me at the moment. Always need loads of black ink. Thankfully, there's an area just behind my base, which is really good for squid hunting. It depends on how many people are on the server at the time. There we go. Let's try this now with the black. That's better. That's the effect I was looking for. Now it looks like proper black shiny floor beneath us. And then once you start putting the rest of the bits and pieces in, you put a bit of a line around the outside and build up the walls and everything else. This sort of filling closes in and you get that effect. You probably just saw as well coming through the portal room. But it, there we go. I quite like it as a floor. I like this. Every season I experiment with different ideas of floor designs and stuff, and it just keeps evolving. I love that. Alright. Black concrete. And out past these pillars. So this axis is going to be pretty easy. So I knew this axis was going to be not too much of a problem. Because we're only sort of going between the pillars here. So you've got the pillars on either side. Gotta go between it, and we should be able to on the other side as well. It might be a little tight past that one, but we should be alright. But that way is going to be a lot more difficult, because the pillars are actually over here. The pillars are either side of the central axis, but on the other axis, they actually line up with the axis. And you can't just mine out the pillars, because anytime the Ender Dragon is spawned, these pillars also respawn. So if we mine through the pillars, next time someone fights the Ender Dragon, it will just destroy whatever we built. So we're going to have to work around the pillars rather than going through the pillars, which would have been otherwise my preferred option. And those there. Maybe one more line. There we go. And we'll put another line. This over the top. And I'm doing this straight away with the glass as well, because again, glass is spawn proof. So nothing spawns on glass. You know, it'll have a lighting level, but I think if you got bring up H, which sort of shows I got like spawn spheres and everything else. You got your restream set up. I hope it works. Awesome, awesome, Crewbook. I don't know if you're in the channel, but that's awesome. Back onto there. Good. Oh, I realised I haven't brought my camera over. Bring my camera over so that we can see where we are. Let's where are we going? One. Teleport to me. Go. Oh, I've left my voice proximity chat on the camera. I'd keep doing that because it sets your settings. When you do voice proximity chat, it will here, if I bring my camera to myself and I'm talking, I suddenly get an echo back as I can hear myself through my camera account. There we are. So it's down here now with us, so we can actually see what's going on camera account as well as directly. In fact, you could even do. I got a few little setups here, all playing around with it. I'm not sure how much all the different functions are. You didn't know that glass was spawn proof? Yes, glass is spawn proof. So yeah, nothing can spawn on top of glass. It's like bottom slabs, glass, carpets, redstone, stairs, bottom hatches, but not top hatches when they're closed. They're all spawn proof. So there's a few techniques you can do for spawn proofing, but glass is one of them, which is great because then we can get these wonderful floors like this. Got this nice pattern with the floors and not have to worry too much about lighting. I mean, other than just lighting it up for people to walk around. And you can play a bit more with lighting. I mean, especially obviously now. But for the end, this is particularly important because light levels don't affect spawn in the end. Enderman will spawn wherever there is space for them to spawn. As long as there's a free block high space on a spawnable block, they will spawn. But yeah, glass is non-spawn. Interesting. here. Back there. Actually, I'm wondering what time Kruvok is. We're doing 2-hour stream slots and everything else, but I think Kruvok's on Switch. Right, okay. Right into here. How far back were you? There we are. Good. We can actually probably see on the camera over there. Yes, I was going to show off actually. Yeah, he's going to be on Twitch. Okay. That's no worries then. Right, okay, let's go. Right. Just so that I know where I'm raiding to. That's all good. Over and that onto there. I believe so. I believe so. It's a new feature. On there, because I don't think Kruvok's in our YouTube chat at the moment, so easier just to respond over there. But let's pop this down here and chuck that into there. Effective and looks good. Yep, it does indeed. It does. Especially, yeah, depending on what you do beneath the floor. And a little inspired by, I mean, this is the great thing about being on a multiplayer service. You get inspired by other people, by what they do. And some of the stuff that I do is actually inspired by others. I take it and then put my own spin on it and stuff like this. So this was a little bit, this sort of flooring style was actually a bit inspired by what Bearded Teach was doing with like his mansion. And I was like, actually, that looks really good like that. But I thought I'd try it with the black underneath with black tinted glass. And it just looks like this black shiny floor, which is pretty cool. I really like the look and style of it once you complete the effect. Yeah. Because this is all part of sorting things out for the HOA, who blamed at us because this island was not very easy to get around, so we're going to make it a bit easier to get around by having tunnels that connect through to everything and enable people to get to where they want to go. I need that one. Of course, the challenge is going to be when we're connecting up to that over there. So, we're at 30. That should be 30 over there. Maybe it's my visual optical illusion. It actually looks higher. I'm hoping it's just an optical illusion. Oh, this is up at 31. Okay, we can handle that. We can put a stairwell there on there leading into here. Yeah, the challenge is when we get closer to that, because I can't use glass flooring close to the ender. So while glass itself is not spawnable, it is teleportable. And so we have to use a few different tricks when we get close to there. So Enderman can teleport about 32 blocks. So it means when we're about 32 blocks away from the ender, we're going to have to switch the way the floor works towards that, just to prevent them from teleporting out from the ender. A few ideas on how to do it, though. Right, I need some more black concrete. Need to be out. And also, have I still got some? Just get a bit more. I think that was. Oh, I still got a little bit there. Maybe I could put up a couple more stacks of glass. See how far we can take this. That far. There's my answer. Right. I'm really impressed with this playlist actually at the moment. I'm really enjoying the music in the background as well. comes from Epidemic Sounds, which I have an account with. So streamer friendly and video friendly music. It's cool. Okay. Oh, have I started an hour early? Have I actually started an hour early? Hang on. No, 11 a.m. BST. So you're set up at BST. No, I'm on time. 11 a.m. BST. It is now 11:30. This through here. This on this side, and we'll just keep things moving across nicely. All going. Yeah, suddenly thrown for a second then. Hey, Kravolk, how you doing? Yes, I was just double checking the times. Yeah, no, I am on time. On for 2 hours and then over to yourself. But yes. You should be at 5, not 6. I don't know. I'm going off BST times on the schedule. So it says 1 p.m. Me. I don't know what BST translates to PST. This is the problem with working with multiple time zones. Or has the BST been muddled up with GMT, I wonder? Because GMT and BST are two separate things, because we're currently doing good. Excellent. Good to hear. Yeah, no, BST is... actually, that's quite intriguing. So, let's get a quick calculator out. BST to PST. So if it's so times it was saying that I'm going to be finishing at 1 p.m. British summertime would be 5 a.m. Yeah, I'm wondering if someone mucked up the chart. Ooh. Let's mention this. Put in there. We'll put this up in a. I may have started an hour earlier. By the BST. Yeah. Fine. Yeah, so that may be a case of extra hour stream. Yes, yes. Well, I mean, we could do. I would probably need lots of breaks. I mean, there's always plenty of things for me to do. Not always necessarily interesting, but there are plenty of things for me to do. I'm gonna have to go squid hunting in a minute anyway. So, yeah. So we're just typing it up in our Discord as well, because it looks like the chart is wrong. And as I say, I wonder if they got BST and GMT mixed up. Bearing in mind that BST is not the same as GMT. It's an hour difference, because that's our summertime. So in winter, we're on GMT here in the UK, and then in the summer, we have summer saving hours, just like the rest of the world, and it goes forward by an hour, and we go on to BST. And I'm wondering if they've got the two mixed up. Yep. Right, okay. Which is, you know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's always a problem when you come to worldwide time zone streaming. Right, put this on here. So, yeah, extra. So you thought you signed up for 5 a.m., but then the chart said 6 a.m. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, it does seem a little bit out of alignment, doesn't it? I mean, obviously in the middle of the stream at the moment. If anyone's got access to the original sign-up Google documents, it's worth just checking what it says there. I mean, preferably because, you know, of people's time zones and everything else. I would have preferred a little bit later in the day myself, but that's all right. Everyone else beat me to it, so... It's not very often that I do stream. I only stream every now and then, every few stream days. Don't do all of them. Just when I'm in the mood for doing it. I used to stream regularly years ago. I used to be over on the other platform. Hey, Rachel, how you doing? You can't stay too long. I can't even tripping over my words today. But hi, yes, welcome over though. I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. Hope things are keeping well with you. Right, okay, we'll pop these in here. We're just talking about time zone mix-ups because we're trying to work out: am I early, or is our time zone sheet out of sync? So where we're supposed to be streaming. So it may have turned from a 2-hour stream today to a 3-hour stream, completely by accident. It may not, but we'll see. Yeah, dating maths is a bit of a difficulty one. And notice I say maths correctly with an S. One of the many teasings that we do between the great thing about having a global server, especially all of who have variations on the English language, is that you get to appreciate all the differences in the same said English language. But brings back last season the date war, where we were arguing for ages because I had a sign-up book at Spire Surplus that people had to sign in. And, of course, everyone did it in their own date format. And US is weird and does it in a very different date format to the rest of the world. A very illogical date format. And I stick to that. I stick to my guns on that one. I think the US dating system is a little odd in that they put the month first. It doesn't make sense. It's like, it's not in a sequential order. So... But, yeah. Anyway, right. Let's not start that dating war again, because that was... yeah, that was quite intriguing last season. But yeah, it's always curious. I always find it fascinating the way language mutates between different places and how it starts all from the same source but ends up in very different ways. Right. On here. I actually might get all the way across the asteroid on the supplies I got. But then I'm going to have to do the crosshair, so... And again, I'm still not quite sure how I'm going to tackle those pillars. Whether I just go around the pillars, or whether... I can't go through the pillars, because whenever the Ender Dragon spawns, it will destroy whatever you've done there. Or whether I do it, like, split it into 2 tunnels that go either side of the pillar, which might be an option. And it's not too bad with the southern pillar, because the southern pillar is quite slim. But the northern pillar on R1 is this really thick pillar here. It's like one of the thickest pillars there, like that one. I'm not sure whether I'll just go around it, but I do want it sort of going crosshairs. I also got to build some extra bits and pieces in here. So up there somewhere there's going to be a wither killing chamber, just so that we got our wither killing spot again, and ways to get up to the surface of the moon. But our asteroid base goes right through the middle of this asteroid. I'm going to put that in front of me. And it's quite difficult to see. You know, I realise I'm putting down black concrete, so it's basically black screen stream. I'm streaming a black screen half the time because I'm just placing black concrete. I didn't really think about this in terms of visuals, I think. It'll be probably hopefully a little bit more fascinating when I have to go and deal and get some more squid black ink. Go swimming around in the oceans. Bum, bum, bum. Down. That said, it's fairly easy to pick up black ink. You just... Normally there's abundance of squid floating around. I don't feel the need that we actually need a squid farm yet on the server. Although I might tackle that at some point, if no one else does. But it's a bit of a beast to sort of build them. You're better off getting the black ink from something like a guardian farm, building a guardian farm. Might as well. I think we maybe not have enough. Maybe we will on the black glass. We'll have a look. But we're nearly there. Boom, boom. Through to the other side, and then we're going to have to connect the other way as well. And then I've got to work out what I'm going to do with the walls. I want them to be white. And probably when they're inside the asteroid, probably expose it so you can see a bit of the rock as well. As an atmosphere. Yep. Yeah, it's building that atmosphere up in here, but I want to keep it with that sort of white, fresh look. Need to put lights in the pillars as well, so I must remember to do that. I'm not doing my fluorescent trick, though, that I did last season. Where you use 2 levers and an end rod to make it look like a fluorescent light bulb fitting. And, you know, that proper sort of strip lighting, but I'll probably use... I I'm not going to use frog lights. I think I'll probably stick with the good old sea lantern. Because yeah, I think it's more fitting for this, even though frog lights are really nice. I think I will go that route. But, you know, I'm always open to change, so we can always have a look and see if there's a better option. Oh, I just have enough here to keep me going to the end, and then I'm going to have to go get some more squidding. Good morning, AJ. How you doing? How's things going? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the breakfast stream, where we are just chilling out, building some stuff. Hey, Zacronium. Did I pronounce that right? Zacronium? That'd be the right way of saying it. Welcome over. Welcome over to the morning stream. We are beginning, for those who have just joined, we are beginning off the Unorthoblocks stream day today. We were just having a debate about whether the time zones are all correct on our stream day schedule, because PST and BST seem to be out of sync, but causing me and Crewvox some confusion, because I started on time at 11 AM on PST, and then Crewvox like, I'm not starting for another 2.5 hours yet, 3 hours, according to the stream schedule. But yes, I had a quick look, and yeah, PST and BST are out of sync. But yes, we are on Unorthoblocks stream day today, so we have a bunch of us all streaming today, one after the other, and we're going to see where we go from there. Various probably shenanigans happening throughout the day. I'm sure there will be plenty of geese later on when Dampot wakes up and he starts getting going. I got it first time. Most people don't do it that good. Okay, cool, awesome. Glad I got it at the first go there. Oh, dinner stream for Gertie? Yes, of course, yes. Because like, eating sausages and mash. Nice, nice. Do like some good old bangers and mash, but for me, it has to be these days vegetarian corn sausages. Not to be crusader about it, but yeah. But yes, still love bangers and mash. Bangers and mash and baked beans works even better. Baked beans with bangers and mash really nicely. Baked beans goes really nicely in the mash, and if you do mash, you gotta make sure you put cheese in there. Always got to be cheese inside the mash. Really sort of puts up. And cheese added to the baked beans as well. In fact, just cheese on everything. Yeah, it's my favorite. People ask me what's my favorite seasoning, and my favorite seasoning is cheese. Right, okay, I'm going to need some more black ink. But we have the tunnel coming through here. So that's one route. Or at least the floor put in. And then, as I said, I'm going to have to work out how I'm going to deal with these pillars here. I think I'll send it straight out and then maybe just fork it around it. Maybe. Have it split and go around it, but maybe not. Right, anyway, I'm going to need a load of black ink, so let's go squid hunting. Unless anyone's selling black ink. Anyone know if anyone's selling black ink on the server? I think the only person who might. You're a rice guy yourself? Now, I don't mind a bit of rice, but my preferred for that is egg fried rice. I'll cook an egg fried rice up in a wok. Every now and then, do some home cooked. But actually, I say egg fried rice in the wok, but then I tend to, because I'm home cooking it, I tend to add in a few extra bits, so I end up with peas and, you know, so it becomes more like a special egg fried rice. But yeah. Cheesy eggs are good though. Yep, definitely. Scrambled egg with cheese. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Spot on stuff. Yeah. And a bunch of herbs as well. You know, paprika. Really nice. Add paprika to anything to give it that little tang without it actually being hot. Quite nice. Do thoroughly recommend that. Paprika and honey roasted parsnips. Yeah. Ooh. I haven't had that for ages. I need to cook a roast again. Right. If anyone's got blank ink, it might be these guys. But I think they probably haven't. But they should be getting a ton of black ink out of their farm. But I guess not. I'll just have a quick look around the shops. Oh, you also make egg fried rice? Yeah, egg fried rice is lovely. I always underestimate how much rice rises in the pan. You know, when you boil it up and it's sort of like, you put a bit in and you think, oh, that's not a lot. And then suddenly, boom, it's loads. So my wok is always like literally filled to the top when I'm cooking. So I always end up with like about an entire week's worth of food when I cook. Oh, we've sold some of those, but that's not what I was looking for. I was looking to see if anyone's got ink. I don't think we've got anyone doing a dye shop or an ink shop around here. I mean, not that it would be massively required these days because, you know, people producing various coloured wools and stuff like that, but I do need it for the glass. That's never loot. So unless they got Never roses. Laura's. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. In there. Phantom, just various heads. Okay. There's beacons in there. I need to actually pick one up, actually. I need to at least pick up one beacon. I haven't got a beacon yet in the game. Yeah, you always make more than you can eat. That's a good thing, though, because it means that if you cook at that level, you can put a load in plastic containers, chuck it in the fridge. You sort it for lunch for the rest of the week. Just slam it in the microwave or reheat it in the oven, and you're all good. You're all good to go. Right, I don't think anyone's selling dye. You got 30ish in your featherweight base, but I reckon you are looking for a big amount. Yes, yeah, I am. But thank you. I appreciate it. It was just in case anyone was selling black ink, and it would have been quite useful. But that's all right. There are other ways to do this. And that's by coming in here. This place is always full of squid. Actually, I'm wearing the wrong helmet for squid hunting. I should be wearing my other helmet because it's got respiration. Oh, actually, I think I lost it. I accidentally lost my other helmet. But yeah, I'm going to drown. I should have one which has got respiration. I might need to go and rebuild a helmet. Where was that other one? No, I'm drowning. Did I leave anything? I'm sure I saw another one around here. Anyway, let's go and get a proper helmet for squid hunting. Yeah, dye shop would be interesting, Jay, but as I say, I'm not sure how useful it would be, because it's only really going to be useful for dyeing glass. Because we now got all the coloured concrete being sold, and we've also got all, well, we haven't got coloured wool being sold, but I know a few people have got wool farms on the server, so getting coloured wool is not a problem without actually needing all the different dyes being sold en masse. But, right, let's have a look. Oh, my gold helmet does have respiration on it. Pop out of that. Remind me to put my spells helmet back on before I go back to the end. Otherwise, I'll be looking at Enderman and frightening them all. So. There's some. Let's go and get some. How many have we got so far? 14. Doesn't take long to actually hunt up the squid. And with a good sword. Oh, what are you doing down here? I don't remember seeing drown down here. First time I've seen a drown down in this area. Yeah, and if you've got looting on the sword, it makes it a lot easier. But, I don't know, maybe I'll do a dye farm at some point. It's really just black dye is the one which I always struggle to get. So it's either a squid farm or a wither farm. Oh, squid head. You don't have a shop yet. You wasn't sure what you wanted to do other than have a good time. Well, I mean, that's always a good goal. That's always a good goal on the server. That's what it's all about. The world is lovely. You guys build way more than you. Well, bear in mind there's loads of us here, but also, yeah, some of us, like, I'm quite renowned for doing mass building. There's some others who do it as well, like Sunny, for example, where we build on large scales. And it's just about sitting down and just really just getting in. It's nice. I like building on large scales because it's also quite relaxing. You can just sit there and just take your time and chill out sometimes in the evening and just log on and just go and just build loads. I was quite surprised actually at how quickly I managed to get the cathedral to come together. To be honest, I thought that was going to take a bit longer to do the outside, but it came together pretty quick. Right, okay. Get more squid. There's one over there. And sneak attack. There we are. Done over here. Let's go back the other way. So I noticed there, Jay, that you got a new building down in your area because you can see it from the back of the cathedral. It looks really good. I won't spoil it on stream here, even though it's just outside of spawn. But yeah, it's looking really good. Take that one out. Take that one out. And it really sort of suits, I think it works really well, actually, the style and aesthetic you're building down in your area. Because it's just behind the cathedral. And with what I've been doing coming off the back of the cliff, they kind of work together really well as well. It's really nice that sort of comes together in that way. I could see someone flying overhead. Would I be suspicious? Couldn't make out who that was. I mean, who's on at the moment? I think it's just myself and Gertie. I'm Crew Volk, actually. Sorry. So it's either Crew Volk or Gertie flying overhead. Right, how many we got now? We got a stack and a half. Didn't take long to get through this. It's true. On your server, I have one of the largest bases, but it's only 70 by 35 and like 20. Very small in comparison, but still was an awesome build. It doesn't matter. I mean, size isn't everything, as they say. But no, it isn't. It's about making the nice sort of builds. I mean, I like building mega builds, but I also like the idea of detail. I've been like trying to sort of scale back my builds recently and focus more on the detail, the smaller, fine-tuned detail, because I really appreciate people who can make smaller bases look really, really good. Yeah. Without having to need to go to epic scale. That was you. Right. Okay. Hey, Bit of Teach. How you doing? Welcome to the breakfast stream. I hope you've got your cup of tea or coffee ready for the morning. I'm saying that, I think you're probably about an hour ahead of us, actually. So this has got to be afternoon for you, or at least lunchtime stream for you. Alright. I think I've exhausted all the squid in this area, but we've got nearly 2 stacks out of it. Probably do with a little bit more. There's some starting to spawn back in again now. You're joining me in a squid hunt at the moment because I need black ink for the asteroid. You're getting jealous of the epic scale? I don't think they'd be jealous about the epic scale. Epic scale is just basically just building the same as what you do on small scale, but just at a bigger scale. Actually, repetition is one of the key elements of epic scale building, and finding areas that you repeat it, but also then have enough variance between the sections as well. So, like, you think about the cathedral. We go up here. Which, you know, you got the cathedral, but you'll notice, like, the archways, even though they're quite detailed, are actually all identical archways, and the same at the top here. So you've got sort of the same sort of repeating patterns that come in, even though it doesn't look like it's a continuous repeating pattern. With, like, the archways that come around here. So, and a few little tricks that I've learned over the time here. 8 a.m. for AJ, so that makes it, yeah, definitely a morning stream for you. A breakfast stream. It's 5 a.m. for Tarchronium, Zachronium. Wow, that's really, you're either up really early or you're up really late. It's one of those two. And the same for Crew Volk as well, 4 a.m. Lunchtime soon, yep. Been working a bit today. Oh, okay. And I'm making sure that everything is set for later. Okay, cool. Yes, because yes, Beardy Teach. I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, but I will mention it again. We are on stream day today. We have a bunch of people streaming later on. Crew Volk is after me. I believe Spider Hearts is on after that. If I can remember the order correctly, I'll look on Twitter now in a second. And then after Spider Hearts, I think, is it then you, Teach? I know Rogue is ending the day for us. He'll be the last one streaming today. Just happened to be watching your kiddos. Watching with your kiddos at the moment. That's cool. Hi to your kiddos. Hi AJ's kiddos. Welcome to the stream. You wake up at 8 a.m. And it's 5 a.m. now. So basically late and you haven't had any sleep. You know that you should be asleep right now. Yeah. Don't exhaust yourself out. Right, do I get to carry on hunting into the night, or do I go and sleep? Because I remember rightly, Crew Volk doesn't like to sleep. The only other person on the server who could sleep would be Gertie. So maybe I should go up to the... And I'm going to need more rockets anyway, so let's do that. Oh, no. Eat into it. Right, okay. How are we doing? Right. I'm over 2 stacks. Let's push for 3. I'm going to try and get 3 stacks of ink out of here, and then that should see me through at least till the end of the stream. Bum, bum, bum. Come here. Missed? How did I miss him? Grab that one. Yeah, you're after Spider. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I was trying to remember the order there. I did read it out earlier. I looked at Twitter and saw which order we were in, but I vaguely remember it was you after Spider. So yeah, we have a full day of streaming today. It's going to be a long day of streaming. And yeah, so I'm starting with what I call the breakfast show, because right now, for those in the US and in Canada and in that sort of area of the world, they're going to be just waking up, getting their cups of tea and coffee and toast and whatever else. What do they eat in the States for breakfast? I don't know. Cereals? Various chocolate-coated cereals, I guess. Currently making replay shots for one of your videos. Ah, awesome. I do love... I mean, if anyone has seen my normal episode videos for Unorthoblocks, they'll know that I use replay mod extensively. Very extensively. Very useful. Very useful mod for your gameplay there, to be able to record your sessions and go back and alter all the camera angles and everything else. It's that has been a godsend to the community to have replay mod around. It has 3 hours of render time left. Ouch. Ouch. How high were you setting it? Oh, there's a Gertie. Have I got voice settings on? I do have voice settings. Hey, Gertie.
Hello.
Hello.
I know you said no, but...
Oh, you star. You shouldn't have. Thank you.
I just wanted to come into your stream. I'll leave you alone now.
No, no, it's fine. Welcome to the stream. Say hi to, hi to the interwebs.
See myself.
Actually, I've left my camera on over there. I should have put my camera over. I keep forgetting that I've also got my camera on while I'm playing stream, and I should be moving that around as well. Because, like, if I go into camera mode, I can actually take the camera and bring it over. And you can actually see what we're doing. We're hunting. But no, I appreciate that. Thank you.
No worries.
Really needed those.
I'm going to get you some... How many stacks are you looking for?
Well, I think I should have enough for the rest of this stream. I'll probably need more in the future, but yeah, I probably should have enough now. Actually, let's have a look. What have we got? You give me 49, and I got 3.5 stacks Squid Ink as well, and you give me 49. That will be more than plenty. That'll be more than plenty. Thank you.
Good.
That'll keep us going anyway.
Good.
Till the end of the stream. We'll see what happens when I get the rest, but that can always go hunting again off stream. That's cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Have fun.
I will do. See you soon.
Bye.
Hey. You eat sausage, but most of the time you forget to eat breakfast. Yeah, I have that problem as well. Sometimes I forget to have breakfast. I'll get up in the morning, because I normally get up in the morning just before 7, and then I do a 10-hour shift, literally straight from 7 o'clock through till 5. And quite often, I'll get up just before I start work if I'm working from home. If I'm working in the office and I have to get up a bit earlier, I have to get up at about 6. But if I'm working from home, then I'll get up at about 7. And then I'll suddenly get towards like lunchtime and realise I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm terrible for that. Terrible. Right, okay, let's dump some of this stuff off. I'm running out of spaces to dump things. I really need to sort my chests out. I'm having a bit of a chest monster growing in the base. Like, these chests have just got all sorts of random stuff in it. But I need to sort that out at some point. Just pop that away, that way, that way. Don't want that, don't want that. Right. It's 8 times speed and 120 frames per second. I need to do that and speed it up to its time lapse. Okay, yeah, it's a fair bit. Though you shouldn't need 120 frames per second. Fun fact: your name comes from your eldest initials. Oh, the EHJ. Ah, J. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Crewvog has oatmeal for breakfast this morning. I have crisps. What the Americans call chips, but I have crisps for breakfast, which is a really, really healthy breakfast. I know. I've opened the pack at the beginning of stream, and I've had about 3 crisps out of it so far. Apparently, there is some research that, though a lot of people turn around and say, like, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, there is some sort of research that actually suggests that actually not having breakfast is actually really quite healthy as well. And not eating until later in the day It's all to do with fasting and stuff like that, which is good for the body and stuff, especially if you're trying to be healthy. But you've got to do it in a proper way that works for your body. And very complicated. It's probably too complicated to go into on stream here, but right, okay. Let's get back. Oh no, actually, two things. I need my space helmet, and I need more rockets. And actually, how's my elytra looking? Oh, it's not too bad. Okay. Where's my space helmet? There we go. Bump, 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 bump. And rockets. That's what we need. Right, that should keep us going. Me to do that, me to do that. Okay, back into here. Keeping my portal nice and hidden away. We'll fly past the new hotel in the Nether. Brand new hotel. And we will head down to the portal. Bom, 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 bom. I'm probably going to need a load of quartz. I've probably got a load of quartz lying around my base, actually, thinking about this. I'm going to need a load of quartz for this build. That's just going the wrong way. Where's the entrance? There should be one on this side. There we are. Yeah, I think what I'm looking for, but yeah, it's working out how to get it to go around the pillars. Do I just do 2 pillars? Do I do 2? Right, so where's 0? That's 0, so that's central. Well, I need to go out that way, and the problem we have is that both directions we have big pillars. And do I just curve around it, or do I go towards it and split, or do I just build 2 tunnels going towards it? Might want to change the cam position. Thank you. Yes, actually, good. That's good to remind me. Do remember to remind me to do that, because otherwise I will forget. We can bring the camera back into here. And also useful because I can actually zoom around in the camera and work out what's going on. I know there's the mod that enables you to have the camera account on your actual main account, but I like having the 2 separate camera accounts. There's a lot of use for having a separate camera account. I use it for replay mod, for example. So instead, because if you put replay mod on you and you fly out of area and then you come back, like say you're doing a time lapse, in replay mod it unloads the area and reloads it, and you get this sort of like flickering. You see it in some of my earliest videos that I ever done. And I discovered that if you do bring the camera account there and run replay mod instead on the camera account, it keeps the area loaded, which means you can fly in and out of the area if you need to get more resources without worrying about it causing that flickering. I'd say 1 line that splits, you reckon? Okay, let's try that. We'll see how that goes. I think it's going to need to sort of split and then come back together around the pillar. So, there's the 0 mark. Go to 5. What's frustrating is it's this way round. I would have rather have had the straight through going on this axis, because that's the direction of spawning, and then people could have just flown straight down the tunnel. But Tel Aviv, we can't win it all. This music sounds very much like Scar sort of building music. Though actually, in fairness, this is Epidemic Sounds, which Scar's music comes from. So, actually, I wonder if it's the same artist. It is. It's Lupus Nocta. Yeah, I thought this sounded a bit familiar. It's not the same as Scar's music. It's Final Run, this one, but it's the same artist. I was sitting there thinking, like, this sounds a bit, Good Times with Scar. Yeah, it's the same artist he uses for his time-lapse music. It was the same artist, not the same track. He has a very distinctive style, Lupus Noctus. I think Scar's very thoroughly embedded himself with his music when he does his time lapses on Hermitcraft. Right, okay, let's pop this one down. ink in there, and let's dye all of that. There we are. That gets me some going. I can always get some more later. Dum-dum. That in there, that in there. Glass up this area. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Great music, yes. Actually, I mean, I do like Lupus Noctus's music. It's quite interesting. But yeah, the music comes. I'm using Epidemic Sounds today, which I use also with my videos because you know you can sign up to it. It's all royalty-free music, so you don't have to worry about getting copyright strikes or anything else like that. And actually, in fairness, they got a good selection. They have a really good selection as well. So, not that I'm here sponsoring Epidemic Sound, but just giving my recommendation. I really quite enjoy their stuff. I think they got a great music catalog. And I know some of the other guys on my server as well use them as well. So others use the YouTube library bank as well, which is probably the most safest way you can do it, is use the YouTube library. Because, you know, that one's never going to end up with those problems. But, yeah, Epidemic Sounds is it's pretty good, actually. And it's one of those services designed for that same purpose. Right. I gotta work out how wide I gotta make it to get around it. You use it too? Yeah. Yeah, Epidemic Sound is awesome. I think a lot of people do, especially. I mean, the music from there is high quality, no matter what type of music you use. You know, whether you're looking for orchestral, classical, looking for something for a bit more poppy, something a bit more synth pop like this. If you're looking for metal or rock or anything else like that, I've never been disappointed in the fact that I can't find something that fits what I need. And it also does sound effects as well, which is great. You can get sound effects from them as well, so really handy for when you need to sudden sound effect in your video and you're like, no, I've got to go hunt for that sound. And then you got to worry about things like that as well. Oh, sorry, I looked away for a second. And ended up dropping off. I used to, like, years ago when I first started doing Minecraft streaming. Like, look, see, this is how prolific, sorry, the Endermen are. I turned away for 2 seconds and you're all up here. You normally use Stream Beats? Cool. How about, yeah, all in your new videos? I use a lot more. My chat here is actually slightly cut off on the right, and I can normally see what it says, but it seems to be not doing it on this. Let's stretch that out a little. There we are. Oh, you use a lot more jazz music. Yes. And yeah, Epidemic Sound has a load of jazz as well, which is pretty good. I think I haven't used a lot of jazz, but again, it's the style and what you fits. I tend to use a variety of music because I have quite a wide range in taste in music. But yeah, it's like you can see, like, it will be suddenly 1 minute nice and gentle on my videos, and then suddenly you get into a time lapse with like blaring metal, and then it'll suddenly go to something else, some sort of epic orchestral piece. Then it's into synth pop and yeah, and everything in between. Right, let's push these Endermen off because they're getting in my way. Excuse me, guys, you need to leave. You don't belong here. Bye. You're in my way. Off you go. Off, off, off. Thank you. Like talking to dogs. Off the couch. Come on. Off the couch. You got wet fur. Come on. Off you go. No, 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 no. Don't you get around it that way. Now they're being nuisance. Let's... See that? You belong down there. See? Told you. And you. You can go as well. Yeah, they all teleported when they took their damage then. You call them Enderman building inspectors. Yes. Maybe they're spies for the HOA. Make sure I'm doing my job properly and actually creating a safer end for everyone. Actually, yeah, that's what we should advertise it. A safer end for everyone. That's what this project is. They want to talk to me about my insurance. Oh, too many people want to talk to me about insurance. So I think that's more of a It seems to be more of a US thing, I think, isn't it, about the whole insurance thing? Because we don't tend to get cold calls for insurance over here. I don't tend to get a lot of cold calls anyway. Most of the time, if I get a cold call, it's one of these scam lines. You just ignore them and turn them off again. Right, I think that's as far as we want to take this bit. And then we're going to have to split the path around it. Right, okay. Bump. What if I could do something with that? Make it a bit of a feature or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go make cheesy eggs. You haven't had them in a while and now want something. Sounds like a plan. Can't fault you for that. Cheesy scrambled egg. Definitely nice. I also like to do a lot of herbs in that as well. Things like chives, mixed herbs, paprika, cheese, milk, all of that. That should go into scrambled egg. If you're not adding those things to your scrambled egg, you're doing scrambled egg wrong. Right. Look at this. It needs to come out by 2 here. And then maybe another 5. 2. Right into there. Bum. So, actually, that's a good point. Have we worked out where we are in the stream sequence? So, did I start early for an hour, or are we running? Some people should be starting an hour early. I think it's just important that we know that for where we are. Sorry, excuse me. Ever eaten chocolate at the same time as scrambled egg? I haven't, but I have done chocolate and cheese together, which is also pretty heavenish. So, I really got to do this at some point. I need to get hold of a proper Swiss fondue set. I went out to Switzerland a good few years ago. Someone I knew put us on as a band. We were playing with our band out in Switzerland. And the promoter, on the final day we were there, we were back at his place, and he cooked us up a proper Swiss fondue, cheese fondue. Oh, wow. It was sensational. I really want to get my own fondue set now. Okay. Bring this around to here. Bum. Where are we up to there? So I want to probably put 2 here. Then consistent with the way we did it on the other side, and then out by another 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's AJ. Swiss fondue, very lovely. It's yeah, and they make it like really properly with like there'll be a little bit of red wine and stuff in there as well. But it's like it's got a nice tang to it, and it's all properly melted. And then they'll do all the sort of, you'll have like various different types of like dipping breads, but you'll also have like veg as well, like, you know, like mini baby corn on the cobs and stuff like that you can dip into it as well. Oh. AJ has now become hey. Going to Gertie there on the stream, on the in the chat. Right. That's alright, you can just declare that's how you spell it down under. Right, bum. 1, 2, 3, and another 2. That should bring it up in alignment to the other side, and then if we do the same the other way, this just lets me know which direction we're going. Still thinking if I should probably make the pillar a bit of a feature as well. Might do. I might find a way to make it a bit of a feature. Just so it doesn't look so odd. Having the split here. You like it, you might keep that as your special name for it. Yeah, everyone seems to have gained nicknames along the way at some point. We had Jamafee, haven't we? It's for Jam. It's been adopted by, I think, Sunny was responsible for that one. Or was it Bex? It was one of the mermaids. Oh, did not want to fall off there. And plenty of space inside this asteroid to build rooms coming off it. Not that I'm planning on building a lot of rooms off here, because the actual base itself is going to be outside. But there is plenty of space in here for me to do stuff as well, which is really good. I really like this. Well, I like the challenge of building my main base in the end. So this is my proper base for the season. Yes, I have the cathedral and the balloon and stuff back at spawn, but this is my proper full-on mega build. And this is going to take all season to really get it all the way there. And I'll be taking stops and pauses, because sometimes you need to. You can't just keep on at the same thing. One of these big builds, you can't just do it all in one go. Right, okay. How are we doing on time? Okay, it's just gone 12, or 12:15. I will take a short break in a moment. What I'll do is I'll get this one in place, and then I'll take a short break. And for about 10 minutes, get up, have a bit of a stretch, get moving. Keep ourselves healthy, as we have to. Bye. And then we'll carry on with the rest of the stream. I'm just not sure whether we're handing over to Crew Volk in less than an hour, or whether we are handing over in an hour and a half. Maybe someone gets an extra bit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which one we take as being the official timeline now. Probably best actually thinking about it. Is the EST on there? On that list, I wonder. Because whatever it's displaying as EST, should be, maybe we should take that as the official, because whoever made it, probably on EST. Is it AirJ that made it, or was it the other J? Just a little confused as to where we are, that's all. Stream schedule. And pop that into there. Right, okay. Yeah, definitely getting towards the point where I need to take a break. So let me finish this section. Is this more Lupus Nocta? It is. Took me about 3 bars to pick up that was Lupus Nocta again. Right. That comes from watching too much of the Hermits, I think, especially Scar. You start recognizing even the artists that make their music. And we're nearly through to the other side there. Doing that there. And yeah, definitely getting towards the point of needing a break. Right. I think on break quickly, I'll just check if anything's gone in the Discord. People have worked out which times are which. It wouldn't be unorthodox though without it being done in an unorthodox way. So it looks like, yeah, it should only do 2 hours less than EST, so it should be free. Okay, 3 hours. You can start up at 5 though. Alright, okay. Yeah, we'll get to that bit in a minute. So I mean, I don't mind doing extra as well. I mean, if it turns out there should be another hour in there somewhere, then I'm quite happy to split it if you want. Work many different ways. I'm relatively easy and flexible with that. I got, the afternoon off at the moment, so I'm not doing anything this afternoon other than probably Minecrafting, building my base, continuing to build the base down here. So I'm easy any direction. Let's just get this bit done. And then up through here. You can see that's up there. So I'm going to have elevators dropping down to this level, so that those who are walking through walk through. Where the sort of level down here. Bump, bump. You start at about 5:30. Okay, awesome. And you've returned with eggs, Socronium? Excellent. Hope you're enjoying. Yeah, that sounds cool. We could do that. That works. If it looks like it's just the BST that's out, then that's not a problem. Yeah, I'm wondering if the BST went in as more like GMT, which again, yeah, GMT and BST are different. Right. But nonetheless, right, so that's got that side done. I mean, yeah, really, to be honest, we don't need to worry about these tunnels being actually flyable, because the tunnels are here for people who are walking. So we don't actually need to worry about them being straight long lines. But I'm liking where that's going, the sort of direction through here. But this is all going to be enclosed. It's not going to be opened up like this. As cool as this would be opened up a little bit, but yeah, no, I want it enclosed. Right, I am going to go head back to the balloon for 2 seconds. No particular reason why I need to be at the balloon other than the fact that it's just I know it's a safe location. I'm going to go and take a 10-minute break. I won't be too long, but hopefully don't go away too far. We'll be back and we'll crack on with the second half of the stream where I'll continue building underground. Hopefully what I should be able to do is do that final corridor on that asteroid, and then I'll probably start building the actual enclosure so we get an idea of what it looks like. I haven't really properly designed it. I got some ideas in my head of how it's going to look, but I haven't actually sat down and worked it out. And I might make the middle a bit more open, actually. Maybe we'll make it into a circle. So that could work as well. Yeah, that could be a good idea. But anyway, yes, we'll have a look at that after break. Anyway, so I'll be back very, very shortly. I do have a screen here that I should put up for being away. There we are. And we'll see you shortly. Okay, and I am back from the break. Hope you've all had a chance to stretch your legs and everything else. I have, so that's a good thing there. Yeah, notice that you say you like the BRB trailer. Yeah, I use it for my intro as well. If I go like that, we can actually keep the trailer playing up in the top corner there as we come back in. Oh, let me adjust my chair. I'm not quite central. I'm looking like I'm camera skewing off to the side. I can never get my camera to sit quite right central to where I am. Move the chair over a little bit. There we are. I'm a little bit more central. Yeah, it's a bunch of scenes, past builds basically. A lot of that's from Unorthoblocks season 1 and 2. So, like all these airships you're seeing now on the screen, that's from season 1. Yeah, thank you. And then yeah, like things like you can see like this. That was the terraforming idea of a Mushroom Island, and that's on board the Spire Sky Carrier for season 2. That's season 1. That was the Drakenspire area. Yeah, there was all sorts of stuff that sort of built between the seasons. A couple of bits from like tutorial videos as well. That was Spawn in season 2. That was Spire Surplus, and the Spire Sky Carrier. I mean, I love that Spire Sky Carrier. That was one of my favorite builds that I've built so far. Really quite enjoyed that one. Right, okay, let's have a bit of a munch there, and let's go and finish off where we were. Do I need any more resourcing? Yes, I need a couple more. Let's top up my rockets just to be on the safe side. There we go. Have I got my space helmet still on? Yep. History session with Draken Law. Who started Unorthoblocks? So Unorthoblocks was started by a small group of people. They come from another server. And I can't remember what the name of the server is. Some of those people are still with us, some of them aren't, some of them are a little less active. So some of your OGs are people like Loon, for example, Squid. There was someone else called Kira who was involved in it at the beginning. They all sort of started it off, then they recruited a bunch of people. So people like Lady Bex was here from the very beginning as well, but I think she was recruited in before they started the first season. I was actually approached around about the beginning of the season anyway, but at the time I wasn't doing any content at the time. I'd done some content and I'd done a load of streaming, but I was taking a bit of a break. But then they asked me again sort of about 6 months later when they had their sort of first recruitment wave after starting up again, and they asked me again just because I started getting back into doing content again. And so I sort of said yes at that point. So I joined sort of 6 months into season 1. I joined, and I've been with it ever since. So yeah, and there's a bunch of the OGs, you know, from the first season on here. Sunny was the same. Sunny came in like a couple of months after me. Again, she also sort of postponed it for a little bit before joining as well, because she wasn't at the point where she was making much content at the time. But then came in on the second time of asking. I sort of said this recently on my recent small content creator video, that sometimes it's worth it. Like, people have said, yeah, they're kind of interested, but hey, how you doing, Bex? If people sort of say they're interested, it's always worth going back to them, but they're sort of not ready at that time. It's always worth going back to them on future waves, because you never know, you know. And like me and Sunny are great examples of that, because we both started off being asked once, and then at the time we weren't in a position where we were in a position where we were taking breaks or whatever, and then asked again second time, and we came in. So yeah, that's how Unorthoblocks really sort of got started off. We have Bex in the stream here. Welcome over, Bex. Talking about the OGs, and Bex has been here since the beginning. In fact, actually, the name Unorthoblocks, I believe, was the name come up for. Bex was the one who came up with the name Unorthoblocks. She's responsible for the name of Unorthoblocks. Yeah, and yeah, so season 1 started off. I came in about 6 months in. I came in, did a small starter home. Small. As I usually do. And yeah, we ended up, and that's history. And then, I mean, the first season was pretty long, actually, in fairness, because there was all that time when they were a bit uncertain about release dates and schedules, and it was all sort of not lining up nicely. That's why we ended up with Perplexity, because they had just begun to introduce Deep Slate and stuff like that, and we wanted to introduce it into season 1. So we end up with Perplexity, and you're partially responsible for the logo. Awesome. And a very cool logo it is too, as well. Very, very cool logo. Yeah, and then we came up with Perplexity, which was basically season 1.5. That was like it was another world, a small little island that was accessible by a portal. Built in as almost like an extra dimension into season 1, that was kind of fun. It was only a short-lived little fun little bit, but it was quite interesting, quite cool on which we did there. And then we launched Season 2, which is where we get some of the other names that you might recognize from Unorthoblocks came into it. So people like Spider, Iondus, they all joined us in Season 2. Yeah, and then we went on to Season 3. And we're now here in Season 3 with all the people who are here in Season 3. And Unorthoblocks just keeps getting better and better, in my opinion, my personal opinion. We do seem to keep getting some really awesome people on here. There's a real good vibe this season. Not to say there isn't been good vibes in the previous seasons, but this season certainly feels like a real good sort of good collection of personalities and everything else working together. And yeah, it's really nice, actually. And sometimes it takes a couple of seasons to really find your pace and find where you are and who you are as a server as well, I think. It's not something that can be rushed. It's about finding the right group of people that work together and sort of meld together, I suppose, in that sense. But yeah, it's all good. But yeah, a little bit of history lesson there. So sorry, yeah, we just had an Unorthoblocks history lesson with me, Draken. At least from my perspective. I'm sure others will have their own direction and spin and way that they saw it from their perspective. Unbiased opinion. Oh, stream could be delayed. Yes, I think stream is a little bit delayed. Best crew season 3. Yep. Definitely season 3 has been a really good crew. Not to say that the past crews were bad either, because the past crews were also awesome. We did some great stuff in the first couple of seasons as well. Everything from like the Never Hub in season 1. That was one heck of a project. One heck of a project. Bestest ever, especially the Cocoa Bean Alliance. Yes, the heroes of the server. Yeah, the ones that will sort out all the problems on the servers, the Cocoa Bean Alliance. Cocoa Bean Alliance for the win. Look at that. If we got anyone representing the mermaids on. No, we haven't. It's all Cocoa Bean Alliance on today at the moment. Love the beard. Hey, Travis. How you doing? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the beard's growing out a bit. It's started to grow down a bit. I've been growing it for a little while now. I decided that I wanted to grow my beard out and sort of... I want to get it much longer so I can plait it and stuff and everything else. I'm going very much on that Viking-style look at some point. Yes, good point, actually, AJ. Yes, small creator tip. Help fellow members create content by asking engaging questions on their streams. Definitely do. I got to do this, actually. I got to work out where I'm going to put myself on this thing. Maybe I should put me up here, because at the moment I'm right here and no one can actually see what people are typing in our actual chat. If I could do that now, maybe switch around some of the things on here just while I remember. Actually, let's do it with the side cam running, so I can actually know where I am. And which one is me? That's me. So, excuse me, I'm just going for a move. Let's move the logo. Let's put me there. Grab the logo, and maybe we'll put the logo up in this corner next to the Drat Cam. There we are. That way people can actually see the chat. I keep saying this every single time. The hub, your baby. Yes, Specs. The hub was, that was one heck of a project. Everything digging out to building it and everything else, that took a real project to do. The in-game chat is where stuff happens, says Bearded Teach. Yes. Just spent all day editing that episode. Was not pretty. I missed that, yeah. Oh, unless there are wardens involved, yes. This means we have to behave, yeah. But doing that means we have to behave, Draken. Everyone behave. Yeah, it means that now you can actually see the chat on screen. So, people can see what people are talking about now. I should always be careful in the in-game chat anyway, but if people are streaming, always be careful. Not that we aren't normally careful anyway as a group, but yeah. Okay. Right, let's bump, 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 bump. Now, do I do the same around this pillar? Do I go both directions? Because this pillar doesn't seem to be... I mean, this is 0. That pillar is not central. That pillar is definitely not central. That pillar is off-center. End island spawns and they're off-centering. Oh, the tunnels, yes. The tunnels are mad. Gadi says hi to the stream. A couple of people on this morning. We got Bearded Teach on at the moment. We got myself. We got Gertie. We got AJ is on at the moment. Kruvok was on earlier. Of course, Kruvok is taking over from me. later on. There has been a little bit of a muddle up with times this morning. It seems like what was printed as BST on the thing was actually GMT, which has caused a little bit of confusion, which means I started about an hour early. So we're gonna, I'm gonna go for 2.5 hours. Crewvote's gonna go do about 2.5 hours. We're gonna just split that missing hour between us, and that will get us back on track and keep ourselves on line with what's written as BST and PST. Time zones, man. Why can't we just have one time zone for the whole world? One time thing, you know? Your SMP series is amazing. You're killing it. Thank you. If you found your niche, yes. Actually, yeah, I was really surprised. I've been wanting to do that for ages. Actually, in fairness, that series, I've been talking about it and thinking about it for a long time, and I finally decided to get down and do it. And I found that actually, it's not that difficult for me to record them. It's actually a lot easier to do those than it is for me to do a normal episode. Now, I really love doing episodes for Unorthoblocks, so I'm not going to stop doing those. But I do find it a lot easier to record and do the stuff for that. So yeah, it's not so much of a problem. But yeah, I'm really liking the fact that it's become a niche. Really liking that it's sort of worked out and it's shot up really, really well. Wasn't expecting it to go as well as it has done. I suppose there was a little bit of clickbait in the first one, which kind of encouraged it and helped it, but it really helped out quite considerably for the series as well. But yeah, that was good. That was really good. And I was just really surprised by all the feedback. And I was really surprised by, like, Impulse turning up in the comments as well. It was just like, whoa. Then my favourite comment on that was underneath Impulse's comment where someone said, don't worry, Impulse. He's not talking about you when I'm saying you're not Hermitcraft. He could be Hermitcraft. But, yeah. No, that series is going really well. And I got loads more to do yet. I got, like, literally, I have a document here that sort of got all my ideas down and everything else that I want to talk about and develop. So I got loads more subjects to talk about. This is only the tip of the iceberg. I think this series, by the time I finish it, will probably have about 20, 30 episodes in it. And it'll be one of those things that even once I've sort of finished it, it won't be ever really finished, because if I ever feel there's a need or I come up with something that needs to be discussed, I can just do another new episode and add it to the playlist, and then it's there. It's there for all time. It's on YouTube, so people can refer back to it as you need it. Yeah, need one time zone for where the internet is. Yes, definitely. An internet time zone. Make life so much easier. We need internet time. I think, you know, like, people came up with things like Bitcoin as being the internet currency and all this sort of stuff. Someone should come up with that. An internet time. And we'll call it internet time. And we'll just ignore what the rest of the world does. We're going to just do our own time zone. Make life so much easier. What's the moment in Unorthoblocks history that stands out the most to you? Oh, good question. Because there's been so much that's happened. It sort of becomes a bit more difficult to sort of find those moments. I mean, there's all sorts of great moments and everything else that happened, you know, from like constructing the Drakenspire and all the responses from people when I built my first starter home when I first joined. There's all the little bits of shenanigans we got up to, you know, everything from the rioters outside of the corporate HQs in Season 1, which Bex may remember, which we had with a Mighty Beard as well. We were all involved in that one. And then Season 2, obviously Spire. The development of Spire was, you know, that one in Season 2 was one of my favourite builds still to date. All the stuff to do with Spire and the Spire storyline, especially Block's Summer House. Block's Summer House was really good fun. Putting people through those challenges, building that up and everything else. I'm going to do something similar again this season for it, but this time, well, I'm not going to do something similar about it, but we'll just say Blocktron probably has plans. Beat up each other being needy. Oh, that's fair. That happens. There is a universal time. Yeah, universal time is GMT, otherwise known as UTC. Again, it's like that different. I really don't get why you call it. There's this need to call it UTC. It already is called GMT, you know, or Zulu time. Yeah, Zulu time UTC is GMT. That's what it is. But it's like the same as saying that we have the need for CE instead of AD. You know, there's AD is Amadonna when we're talking about timing. So you're like, currently it's 2023 AD. But people have started using CE instead, Common Era, meaning Common Era rather than Anno Domino. And it feels a bit like that, calling it like Universal Time or anything else like that. Like, is there a need really to have all these different names for it, or can we just not stick with the original name? You know, it's the history of it. You know, we do it with loads of other things. You know, we've got to sort of consider the history of these sort of things, and that's where it comes from. Even if it's not necessarily fully relevant to everyone, it's about giving a nod to where it comes from originally. You know, the GMT comes from the whole work at Greenwich. I mean, actually, having visited, I shared it in our Discord over the last year. I went and visited Greenwich last year. Very intriguing to go to the museum there and see all the research that all the scientists did on establishing accurate timekeeping and stuff that was there. Which was really important more. And weirdly, it's not about that they were trying to get just accurate timekeeping. They were trying to do it better for navigation, ship navigation. The collective, when Beer told me about it, the way he explained it made me came off cultish. The collective was awesome. It wasn't a cult. It was what do we call it? It was more like a union. That's what it was more like. It was like it's for the best for the normal people, not to be smashed over by corporations and stuff like that. And like, because there was all these mega corporations in season 1 that we were up against, and it was like for the normal, the little people, to be able to compete against the mega corporations. Right, okay, cool. Go around to here. What I need is a bit more glass and a little bit more concrete. We're not far off completing it. And I don't know. I think I might make where that corridor sort of goes around both sides of that one. I think this one, because the pillar's a bit of a weird one, I think we'll just have the corridor just come around like this. Especially as this side of the base is going to be a little less developed than the other sides. What do you mean? It was like a local agricultural cooperative. It was. The collective was a cooperative between basically the smaller people, you know, competing up against it using organic components. We weren't using anything like duping or anything else like that, which is one of the things that was in there. We did everything naturally. So yeah, it was very very nice. The way Beard explained it to me, Beard's silly way of talking made it come off as cultish outrage. Excuse me while I'm still eating breakfast. This is, of course, the Draken Breakfast Show, beginning the Unorthoblocks stream day. For those who have joined us since, we are on a stream day today. After me, it's going to be Crew Vault. After that, I think we've got Spider, we've got Beta Teach, we've got Rogue later on. Is there anyone else streaming today? But there's a bunch of us from Unorthoblocks. We're streaming one after the other. Oh yeah, we got Sunbear between and Plasma Hero after Teach, and then Rogue Torso's finishing off the day. So there's 7 of us streaming non-stop, so that's a good 14 hours. 15 hours now because of time zone mix-ups. But there's going to be a good 15 hours worth of streaming. If not more. Maybe there'll be more. Who knows at the end. Breakfast sounds good. Yeah, we've been discussing all the food and everything else a moment ago. Different types of food, whether it's scrambled egg or whatever else people are eating in the morning, or whether for some people, like for example for Gertie, it's tea time at the moment. So this is technically the dinner show for Gertie. Right, up by 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then that will make that central. Nicely. Bom, bom, bom. Managed to do a stream where most of the time I'm looking at pitch black. You've never done hazing you? Who, Beard? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I miss Mighty Beard. I know he's still around doing his GMing stuff with some of the crew, but yeah. He did pop in briefly into Season 2, but I think his D&D is where his heart's at the moment, isn't it? Maybe, you know, it's fair enough. That's where his heart's at. It's where his heart's at. Right, we're nearly through to this side. Then I'm going to start designing the walls. Like I said, I haven't really thought how I'm going to make these walls work, but I'll probably make them very similar to the sort of corridors we've seen elsewhere. There, and we're nearly there on this bit. He's a fun GM. You can hear his eyes glaze over sometimes. Yeah, I know he's really enjoying it at the moment, doing that side of thing. But yeah, Beard's a great guy. Mighty Beard's a great guy. And as I say, I do miss sort of spending time with him on the server, but I completely understand that he's doing what works for him. And hey, good luck to him on that, you know? It's great. Ow. Did not want to do that. Right, so that's going to need to go in there. I got barely any health. Oops, how did that happen? He just has to deal with you guys. Yep. Yeah, I don't envy him. Bum, bum. I do miss the game that we played with Squid as well. That was really good. Really enjoyed that one. But again, you know, Squid had other pressing concerns at the time, so it was like, it's a shame, but well, sorry. Yeah, I definitely missed that game. Right, okay, that into there. That comes out into there. I'm trying to work out, how do we make this a bit more circular? Do we just do a small circle? I don't want really something massive in the center here. It's just more of a corridor. It's not going to be a feature. So yeah, I think maybe like that works. Do the same this side. Don't. Those into there. And those two. And that into there. Exactly. When he's DMs the Unorthoblocks crew, you can hear his exhaustion. His voice when you all go nutty. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, I've been there. I've been a GM many a times. I do enjoy GMing as well. And sometimes you're like, oh, what are the players up to now? And I'm a bit of a nightmare player as well, because I always like to think outside the box and do something weird. Okay, right. Is that going to be a big enough central room, do you reckon? Yeah, I should do the trick, shouldn't it? That will work well. Right, okay. In that case, now we've got the corridors in. I mean, these corridors are going to extend out further. You know, they're going to go all the way over to the Ender and all the way under this area over here, so it connects up to the spawning point. It'd be pretty cool. But I'll work out what I'm going to do with these side edges. So I'm probably going to use a bunch of quartz. Yeah, I think that's going to be the trick. And I'm probably going to need some more black concrete, actually. Thinking about it. I think I've got a bunch here. Yeah. We're probably going to need... Now, this isn't very quick at loading, so it's actually quicker just to give it a bit of a boost. Well, it's going to take me forever collecting it by this manner, but... Oh, actually, did I put normal concrete in there as well? I did. That's why. Boom. Okay. Right, okay, that's that done. Right, let's go back in here. Alright, I'm going to need some quartz. Yeah, quartz. That's what I'm going to need to start with. I'm going to work out how to do the pillars. I'm trying to think what the best route for this is. I got some ideas. Not a lot of quartz there, though. And I thought I had a bunch of quartz in other boxes, but it doesn't look like it. This is where I need a real good sort out in my base. So I got all sorts of junk drawers. That's all iron. Iron. Water bucket. And loads more iron. More iron than I know what to do with, basically. Okay, pop that in there. I'll pop those into there. I don't think it's going to be... Do I want black tinted glass on there as well? Maybe. Right, I'm going to have a little bit of an experiment with this. I got some ideas of what to do, but I'm going to need... Let's get some iron out. We need to go doing some trading. What have you been working on? Reminds me of vaguely of Portal 2. I'm working on the... I'm working on my meg base. In the end. It's, yeah. It's something. It'll make sense once it all starts finally coming together. You know what I'm like. I built the Spire Sky Carrier last season. It took a few months before it began to take shape, and then everyone went, oh, that's what that great big thing up in the sky is about. It's going to be the same as this. When you get set into the old levels of the underground. Yeah, I mean, I've never played Portal myself. I've always been meaning to play Portal and Portal 2. Never got around to playing it. Always looks fun. Yeah, it's certainly that sort of high-tech sci-fi feel. Like we've already got... So the feel's going to be very similar to what you've already seen in like Mission Control and stuff like that on the server. You know, where the Sand Duper is, and also the portal entry room into the end. So it's going to be that sort of feel. So it's that sort of more high-tech sci-fi feel. Yep, we get our server restart in 5 minutes. I gotta play at Portal and I gotta do it on stream. Yeah, potentially. Something sounds like it's going mad over here. Listen to this. Wow. Someone just been over here doing stuff. That's going mad. You can hear all that clicking. Excuse me, sir. I would like to give you some of these. And you as well. And how about you, sir? Would you like some iron bars? Yeah. Happy to exchange them for some emeralds off you. There we go. Some more. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing Portal. It does look fun. And I love the whole idea of the different sort of ways of solving the puzzles with the portal gun. Maybe next week I'll have some money to get a second. Okay, cool. Second M2. Cool. And Star Citizen. Star Citizen is awesome. I am so desperate to get a couple of people playing that together. At the moment, this week, I wouldn't do Star Citizen because it's Invictus launch week. And servers are always dodgy during Invictus. Because it's just free fly week at the moment. So it's like people can get on there for free. But it's just like it causes the servers to go boom because of it. But come next week, once that's finished, then yes, that's a good time to go and do it. I've been desperate to get some more players into Star Citizen because I want to fly around in the verse. I got some multiplayer ships that are good fun to play around in. All the mining and everything else like that. And I still got to get into the combat as well. I've not done any combat in Star Citizen. Though combat's a big part of Star Citizen as well. You got things like the bounty hunter missions and stuff. And I've not done any of that. You know, you can go where you fly along and you pack people in your ship, but then you go in and get on foot and bust the bunkers. And, you know, you don't have to do any of that because that's one of the great things about a big open world like that. But, you know, you can just stick with trading, mining, salvaging, all that sort of stuff. Which I'm loving the new salvage gameplay loops. You want to play Corvalk as well, but you need to buy another SSD. Yeah, it needs a good sort of good amount of space. You know, you're talking now. I'm trying to remember now how much it was. I think it's something like it's at least 70 gig is needed for Star Citizen alone, if not more. So yeah, SSD wise, it's and they do recommend it's installed on the SSD. You do tend to have an easier time than when it's not. Your role will be Space Viking. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we can all be Space Vikings together. I got my beard. You know, it's nearly there. I can nearly plait it. You know, it's nearly at the point of being able to plait it. But give it a couple more months. I'm hoping to be able to plait it by the end of the year. Depending on how much it grows out by. You'll give it a couple of regular trims as well. You need space. You need space for all the space. Yes, that's right. You definitely need space for all the space. But yeah, it's an interesting game. But I would obviously heavily advise everyone to remember it's alpha, and it very much shows as an alpha. But it's been an alpha that's been in an alpha for a very long time. But it's still, I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy the fun on it and everything else like that. You just have to remember that that's where it is in its development at the moment. But there's a load of the plot arcs. It's like everything's starting to finally come together for it. With all these years of waiting and everything else, like all the bits and pieces are coming out for it now, and it's starting to get there. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, yeah, I would love to do that. I'd also love to do some more Sea of Thieves as well, because I love the cooperative play in Sea of Thieves. Though I think in the long run, Star Citizen will have the better cooperative play once they get all of the proper multiplayer loops in. Some of it's already there, but there's some more to come yet. And I think once that's all in, it'll be fantastic in that sense. But multiplayer ships are great. Things like multiplayer mining vessels, multiplayer salvage vessels. I love salvaging. I love the idea of salvaging. You go off and find wrecks, and you have to go on board then and rip out all the key components, transport them all back to your ship, and then strip the hull down of all its armor as well, and then just take it all off and sell it. Right, okay. Stop that one. that into my smelter. Probably do a topping these up, actually, thinking about it. Right. Actually, I need 16 of these. I can get the other ones on the way back. Fine. Nope. Take off. Thank you. Now, far easier to get into the balloon by Elytra than it is by using all the water elevators that I built in the beginning. First batch. Bob. And this one at the back here, yeah, it's nearly empty. That's my extra fuel. That's my fuel top-up station that I can use. CFVs has a fun, cute visual style. Yeah, it's definitely fun. It's very fun on the multiplayer aspect as well, because you really do have to work as a team on that one to sort of on the bigger ships to get everything sort of going. If you don't work as a team, then it can certainly sort of backfire a bit. Well, 56 smooth blocks already. I need 3 more buckets. Why have I not got any more buckets? Where's all my buckets gone? Being eaten. Yeah. Not like I haven't got enough iron just to make some more. But oh, yeah, server restart in 1 minute. Forgot about that. That might be a good time to take another quick short break. What's the time? Oh, it's only just gone. I'd say I'll carry on until 12:30, actually. So, I mean, server restart takes less than 30 seconds anyway. But that's not a problem. We can go to that. What are we doing? Waiting for these to cook, which they've done. I want some smooth quartz stairs like that. That will do. I'm trying to think. Maybe some sea lanterns. Take some sea lanterns out with me. Where did I put these? I'm going to take that with me. Take that with me. Going to take some of that with me. Flying while restarting. Live dangerously. Oh, no. No. There we are. Back to the beginning there. Right. Give it a second, just to give it a chance for it to do its reboot. Normally doesn't take long. Be there in 2 secs. What's this extra bit here? Oh, yes, that. Right, okay. Hey there, Rogue. How you doing? You join us just at the exciting time of resetting the server. Reset time. Yes, it's been an interesting start to the morning so far. It's not been too bad. Not been too bad. Right, let's see. As the server back up now. Yes, there we are. Cool. And let's get the camera count running. Cool. Right. What else do I need? I'm thinking I might want some cobblestone. And some normal stone. Any normal stone? Stone, stone, stone. I've got to have some normal stone somewhere. Boom, boom, boom. Didn't I just pull a load of stone? There's some stone. Cool. Didn't I just pull a load of stone off there? But that's alright, this will do. We'll take that. Maybe a little bit of deep slate, couple deep slate wouldn't go miss. Couple deep slate slabs, they will do. But you better take off, Travis. Okay, no worries, you take care. It's yard work day. Not just because Rogue showed up. Yeah, you gotta watch that Cocoa Bean Alliance. Gotta watch that Cocoa Bean Alliance. You never know what they're gonna get up to. Gonna edit your time lapse, I think. Be productive. No worries, AJ. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you soon. We are not far from finished. We're gonna finish off. We're running a little longer because there was a little bit mix up in time zones earlier. So we're gonna run on until 1:30. So that's 1:30 here, BST. That's in about 20 minutes. Which is then whatever it is and translated other things. But Kruvok is gonna take over from us. I need to work out how to basically raid on YouTube. I mean, this is my first time streaming on YouTube. So normally I stream on the other platform, you know, the competition. But yeah, I'm going to do it on this one today instead, just to see what happens and see how it goes. Basically, give it a try, especially as I hit the 1,000 subscriber mark in the last 2 weeks, which is really useful. Love you, Rogue. Love you too, Draken. No worries. Thank you, Travis. You have a good one. And then people showing their coming out for their Cocoa Bean Alliance there, you know. Standing up for the Cocoa Bean Alliance. What can I do with these pillars? Actually, I want to go and have a look at something a second. I don't think I did pillars on the other one. Let's have a look. Where do I want to go? I want to go north, I think. No, I want to go west. No, I want to go east, actually. I do know my cardinal points, honest. Congrats on the 1K, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't put pillars on these ones. These are just straight corridors, but I don't want to do the ones on the station as straight corridors. Oh, you're still here. All right, okay. Sorry. So I'm liking the lighting being in the corridor up there, but I want it a bit similar to this, but looking a little bit more reinforced. So you see with this one, we have a sort of mixture of smooth slab stairs, normal stairs. Actually, I should have done some more quartz blocks and normal quartz. And then we have like a rocky interface because it's like this secret, deep underground base. With this weird, complex machine. I do love the way the flooring looks when you get it finally done like this, though. Definitely looks a piece. The person has to allow you to raid them. Oh, right, okay. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure how that's done. If not, then we'll just give the link over to Kruvok's channel and tell everyone to go over there. It's as simple as that. It's easy. So yeah, I want to do something similar to this, but not quite the same. Do I just use straight pillars? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's what was I after? I was after more. Yeah, I need more quartz. I don't know how this is going to turn out. We may not even get a chance to really start this on stream, but we'll see. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, cool. Oh, let's get some sleep. Use Switch, much more user-friendly. Yeah, I mean, that's what I normally use. This is my first time streaming on YouTube. I'm normally used to Switch in that sense. But, you know, I have a bigger following here on YouTube as well. So it sort of felt like coming over to YouTube instead. And of course, the problem with Twitch is that I am at, is it associate level? Well, technically partner level, it's associate level. It's the one where you can start earning from subs and everything else. And in the contract, you're not allowed to actually stream both to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously if you are already at the point where you're making money off Twitch. It's in your contract and they can ban your account. Not a lot of people realize that, because I know there's a lot of people who do the dual streaming. to YouTube and Twitch, and I sort of go think, have you read your contract when you've got into it, when you're earning off Twitch, because it does state explicitly in the Twitch contract that once you become affiliate, you've got to you can only exclusively stream, and you're not allowed to put your VODs up for, I think, 72 hours onto another channel. Have they changed it? Oh. Is it affiliate? Or is it partner? I can't remember which level it is. It's the one where you first start off and you're doing subs and everything else like that. You can first start doing subs. When when you hit your sort of first keystone marks and everything else, and you can start making money out of it. Ah, well, no one told me they changed it. Including Twitch. Yeah. Or in that case, if the contract is changed, you're affiliate. And it's not in the contract anymore. Because it used to be in the contract that you couldn't stream simultaneously to 2 channels if you were making money out of Twitch. Once you hit the point where you're making money, you had to be one or the other. And you couldn't upload the VOD to another channel like YouTube for at least 72 hours after you finish streaming. If they've changed that, that's good news. That's very good news. I'll have to go back and check out their contract changes then. But if that's the case, then I will, in future, stream to both. I'll do Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Let's get some pillars. Should we get some... Do I think pillars are going to work? Normal pillars? No, I don't think they will, actually. Just use normal blocks of quartz. And that one there as well. A few more. Bum, bum, bum. And I'm going to need some carpet as well, I think. 8 more left. They did. You remember getting an email with a change? Oh, cool. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I don't remember getting the email about it. I'll have to look it up, because if that's the case, then I'll start streaming on both when I do streaming. But then I don't stream that very often these days, Streaming is not my mainstay for content creation. It's like I like doing it every now and then as a special one-off. I don't like... I used to years ago. I used to do that sort of religiously 3-4 times a week streaming, getting on, streaming for 2 to 3 hours, and it was draining trying to do it several times a week continuously. And I'd done it for a couple of years, and then I was just like, oh, I can't keep doing this in this way. It was knackering me out. Probably send out too many unimportant emails I don't read, so I never read the important one. Yeah, that's always a problem. Companies have got to realize that they got to make sure when they send things out that they send them out with proper relevancy. It's not just marketing. Right. Let's at least, we can probably get on stream here. Anyway, quickly see if we can get an idea of what it's going to look like. It used to be that way, but I think Ninja complained and threatened to leave Twitch, so they changed it. Yeah. They weren't going to shoot the golden boy, were they? Yeah, Twitch is golden boy. Sometimes, though, that's the thing. If if you're in that position, you get the chance to actually make those changes. You can make those. You can be in that position to be effective. I mean, when you're a small content creator, you need, every bit that you can do can help to get you bigger. And it can only help both channels if you've got an expanded audience in both platforms. Because you're just getting extra exposure both ways. Travis, don't need to sort your stairs out. Stairs into nowhere. Iondas does both now as well, does she? Okay. Well, that's what I did wonder about, because I was sort of thinking this is going to be a big problem for the money, and I was like, oh, I hope they don't get caught on that one. So I was right on the whole DMCAs and stuff like that. I said this years ago when everyone was still streaming just normal radio music. And I said for ages on that one, this is going to come to a head when the record companies catch up with it. You know, and yeah, that one came true. Well, we have to be so strict on our music choices nowadays. But I realized at the time, and I used to say to people are like, nah, I won't. They won't bother with that. I'm giving them exposure. And it's like, you don't understand how record companies work. You don't understand how the music business works. And you don't understand what the actual, how property works within the music industry. Is going to come to a head. And yeah, sure enough, it did. So it's like, that's why we end up with the DMCAs. 4, 5, maybe do about 5 blocks between each. No, maybe 7 actually. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. We'll do that like so, and then put. I want to just try and get sort of a mock-up of what it would look like. So, probably put a couple of stairs in like so. A couple of smooths in there. Do that and that. Okay. Now, do I want to put pillars sort of jutting out, or do I want this smooth? Listen, I'm not. I want to. I want this to be about... It's going to need to be about 5 high coming up at the sides, really, to be even. So, these would need to be 7 high, working it out. So let's go and do that. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As we're up there, let's put a black carpet down just to keep it safe. I'm gonna need some more quartz stairs. You're gonna go get ready, crew of work? Okay, no problems. If I can't make the raid, then I will make sure I point people in your direction as soon as we come to the end of this stream. As we continue with our Unorthoblocks stream day. Kruvok will be taken over from ourselves, keeping you all entertained for the next 2.5 hours before we carry on with the rest of the stream, which I think Spider's after Kruvok, which is good. Right, okay, pop that on there, that on there. It's that one. There, okay, boom, there. Right, and again, we want to put black carpet on here, just to prevent it from being a problem. Get one side done. And a bit high. Thinking maybe it should be a bit lower. Maybe it should be about too high, too lower. Let's do that. Do that. Yeah, it felt a little high. So that's smooth, and I need quartz, right? Okay. Yeah, let's keep it like that, and then we can just go. And put these on here instead. Bump, 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 bump. How does that look? That feels a bit better. Yeah. Cool. And then what I want to do... This is probably going to come back a little bit more. Where it gets complicated. Well, too complicated. But 3 in there. And actually, we're going to need to put some over the top here, so it does get a bit more complicated. That in there, that in there, that in there, and did me going through design process. So that there. That. But with this one, we're not going to do that. We're going to let's take that. do something a little bit different. So 1, 3. Right into there like so. Boom, boom, boom. Like that over there. If I cover that up, makes it non-spawnable again. And then I'm going to take my tinted glass. And put it in there like so. So it looks like the station is going through the rock itself. And we've got this exposed rock sitting on the side there. That's the idea anyway. Right, okay, let's see if we can get the other side done. How are we doing on time? We've got about 5 minutes. We've probably got just enough time to see if we can get one section of this done. See how it turns out. So we go 1, 2, 3. That's it. Boom. Actually, we might as well do this bit at the same time. Boom. So, actually, this top one doesn't need to be there. This over to here. Boom, 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 boom. Goes into there. Let's grab. Once you've got one design down, it gets a little easier to make the rest of them. Start to get into a bit of a stride. It's partly how I managed to build so much so quickly, because once you've got a bit of the design done, it becomes a lot easier to build the rest of this process. That. And we'll do something similar this side, but maybe we'll have a little bit of deep slate on this side as well. So maybe we'll do like that. Bump, bump, and maybe one piece there. That into there like so. And while we're up here on the roof, don't want black wall, I want black concrete powder. That's that powder. I want black concrete. Oh, hopefully this will be enough. No, I want it there, but never mind. Right, okay. Bring that down here, and then maybe try to work out how we're going to do the lighting in here. But I'm thinking we put 2 in there, 2 in there, 3 down there, 3 down there, and then we just put lights up there. Create a few more carpets, just to keep this side free from Enderman. Bum, 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 bum. And a little bit of glass in here. And also take out the furnace block there. And there we go. That would be the corridor. Looks like it's sort of drilling through the actual mud itself. The rock of the asteroid itself. And then so you imagine that goes all the way through to there. And then we'll change the design slightly once it gets outside of the asteroid. But while it's inside the asteroid, so it makes it look like they have mined it through. But they're also keeping it pressurized still. Making sure no air is leaking or escaping. But has that kind of sort of high-tech feel to it. So... right, Crewvolk should probably be streaming about now. Let's have a look. Is he up? Is his stream up? Yes, he has. There we go. Yeah, I got him in the background here. So, let's grab his link. Now, how do I raid or attempt to raid? And is there an option? No, no. Oh, live settings. Ah, here we go. Okay, I'm not. Health is all good. Doesn't have the options here to raid. No, I'm just going to pop the link up. And, yeah, people will need to go through to it as they will. So, in the chat is the link to Crew Volk's channel. It's a live stream there. We will be carrying on the Unorthoblocks stream today. Let's go into... Yeah, let's do my outro bit. There we go. So yes, it is going to be, it's an Unorthoblocks stream day today. Thank you for watching, everyone. Very much appreciated. It has been great fun today. I don't very often stream, but I do it every now and then. And I thought, yeah, try it out on YouTube. Maybe next time we'll do it on both, if that's the case, if the contracts have changed. Great. Awesome. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the rest of everyone else's streams. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of geese in the near future.